Good morning, guys. It's Leslie at Inskeep Acres. Today we are going to meet the does that are due in January and February, and this is just a screenshot of my countdown app that I use. Mazikeen is due in 5 days from the date of recording this, not from when you guys will be seeing it. Eldred is due to Pharaoh in 13 days. Sugar is due to Kid in 14 days, Classy 19 days, Cupid 33 days, and Sangria 35 days. That is our January and February kidding / farrowing schedule. First up for the does is Mazikeen. So Lucifer's half-sister. So her registered name is the CMS Acres Mazikeen, and she was born 3/27 of 2020. We got her in 2020. She is bred to Joker this year. In 2021 she had twins, a buck and a doe. In 2022 she had quads. She had 3 does and 1 buck. So that is Maple is one of those from the quads, and our friend Ruby's goat Delphine is one of those from the quads as well. I don't know, you guys have seen probably in the beginning videos Mavis, and she came back to be bred after we sold her. She was one of her twins from 2021, and she did not settle last year, so she was not bred last year. We tried, but she didn't take. So she is due on 1/27. She's our first goat due. That's in 5 days. She's like, I'm eating, stop touching me. We believe she has 3 to 4 kids from her ultrasounds, and she will be a 4-year-old third freshener. That means this will be her 3rd time having kids. And I kind of put together who they're related to. So I said Mavis, Maple, and Delphine were all of her doelings, and she is related to Lucy, Obie, and Chip because they all have the same dads. And then she is related to Mellow. I have to go back and look. I think Mellow, her mom Fern is Mellow's grandma, I think. I gotta see if I can find Mellow here on my list. Oh, right there. Luna. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that that's how it is. Her mom Fern is Mellow's grandma. So she is due in like 5 days. Probably not 5 days from the day you see this video, but from recording today. She's had her feet trimmed, she had her CD&T booster so that the kids have coverage from that until they get theirs and they're a little bit older. We did a really light udder clip just so she's easier to clean up after kidding. She is starting to get a little bit of an udder bump, but not much. So I don't know. I mean, I could have been off on my days, but I'm pretty sure she was bred right when we put them together. And I have been just checking her ligaments, which they're definitely still there, but they're a little bit soft. So their spine comes down the middle, and they have a ligament that goes down on each side of the spine right here. And when you feel them, they feel like kind of like a pencil. And as they get closer to kidding, they get softer and thinner. And then usually within like, I don't know, about 12 hours of them actually kidding, they are completely gone. Like, they're not mushy. I mean, you can't feel anything. And you can really almost touch your fingers together with just the skin around their spine. So she definitely still has ligaments. Like I said, she still has probably at least about 5 days to go. So we're excited. Are you excited, Maz? No, you just want to finish your food and for us to leave you be. She's not very wide, but when she had quads her second year, she didn't look wide then either. She's not a huge doe, but she's pretty deep and she hides them well. But I have her, like I said, down for 3, maybe 4 kids. Her mom always has quads, so her having quads her second freshening didn't surprise me at all. Wouldn't surprise me, like I said, she's got 4 in there now, but we thought we saw 3 to 4 on ultrasound, so I guess we'll find out in a few more days. Alright, next is Sugar. She is our second due. Remy was our second due, but she miscarried. I told you guys about that. We'll probably meet her in another video. So this is Hobbycroft AP Sugar Smacks. Her mom is Cocoa Puff, so all the kids were named, or the doelings at least, they named after cereal, which I thought was cute. We like our themes each year, so I can keep track. She was born 4/4 of 2016, and we got her in 2020. She is mom to Ritz and Razzle. No, she's related to Razzle. Ritz is Razzle's mom, and she is the mom to Sugar Baby, or PETA as I call her, because she's a PETA. She is bred to Lucifer this year, and she is due February 5th with, we think, 2+ kids. There might be 3 in there. She will be a 9-year-old 7th freshener, and she is that right? 9? Or no, she'll be an 8-year-old. I was gonna say she's not our oldest goat. She'll be an 8-year-old 7th freshener. Okay, so she will be an 8-year-old, technically 6th freshener. She miscarried one before she would have been considered to be freshened or in milk. So in 2018, so before we got her in 2020, I just went by kids that were registered or that I, was told she had. So they could be a little bit off, but 2018, she had 1 buck and 1 doe, so she had twins. In 2019, she had 2 doelings. In 2020, she had 1 doe, which is Ritz. In 2021, we bred her, and that was when she miscarried late term like Remy did. She lost a single buckling. In 2022, she had twins, a buck and a doe, and her doe she had that year is S'more, that we still have. And in 2023, she had 2 bucklings and 1 doeling, and that doeling is PETA. And like I said, she's due 2/5, so she'll be our second due for kidding. I think 2 to 3 kids is kind of what we saw in the ultrasound. We'll see. Again, she doesn't look very big, but she's pretty deep-bodied. She has had her hoof trim, her CD&T, her kidding clip, and she's starting to get a little bit of an udder bump. Our third doe due this year is Classy. Her registered name is Sugar Bottom Goats, Acton Classy. She was born 4/24 of 2021, and we got her in 2021. She is bred to Obi, and she is due, I have 210 with a question mark. I didn't see her bred. I didn't see any signs of her being bred, but from her ultrasounds, my guess is 210. So that could change a little bit. I could be, a little bit off on that. And she will be a 3-year-old second freshener. Last year she had triplets, 2 bucks and 1 doe. We lost one of her bucklings right after birth. Her doeling was shortly after that, and her remaining buckling that she raised, we actually sold to a friend of ours for a breeding buck. She, like I said, yeah, I think about 210, 2 to 3 kids. It was kind of hard to tell. I think there might be 3 in there, but I could just be seeing things. And she's also had her CD&T, her hoof trims, her little udder bump is coming in, and she's been clipped up and everything. So those that are coming up due in the next few weeks, I start slowly bringing them in and giving them a little bit of extra chaff hay and grain compared to everybody else. So what do we have? 1, 2, 3. Our 4th due is Cupid. She is a daughter of Sangria. Her name is Alabar Cupid. She was born 2/14 of 2018, hence the name Cupid. We didn't get her until 2022, and she is currently bred to Lucifer. She has a due date of 2/24, and her ultrasounds look like 3 to 4 kids. She will be a 6-year-old third freshener. So in 2020, she had triplets. I don't know what they were. And then in 21, she was not bred. She was not bred in 2022 when we got her. And then we bred her for 2023, and she had triplets, 2 bucks, 1 doe. That is Spree and Ghost. And the second buckling, the triplet, only lived, I think it was like not even 5 minutes after birth. He came out not breathing well, and we tried to rub and rub and rub, but he didn't make it. So, like I said, she's a Sangria daughter, and her and Rosie share the same sire. Yeah, I think that's it about her. She's also a really big-bodied doe, like her mom, Sangria. I didn't think she was having triplets last year, but she did. So I definitely believe she's got 3 to 4 in there. Okay, our last doe due in February is Sangria. Her registered name is Alabar Sangria. She was born 6/1 of 2016, and we got her in 2020. She is a full sister to Moscato. Moscato is just a year younger. They really liked the breeding with Sangria, so they bred the same doe and buck again and got Moscato, and they are 2 completely different does. Moscato is really long and more lean, definitely more dairy, and Sangria is a little bit shorter and wider, but she's still very dairy. Sangria is bred to Obi this year, and she has a due date of 2/26, and by ultrasound she looked like 3 to 4 kids. She typically has at least triplets, a lot of quads. She will be a 9-year-old, 6th freshener. The year we got her, she had not settled that year for kidding. She was extremely chunky, and that was probably why. So we put her on a diet, she thinned down, and we did get her bred. So in 2018, she had 2 does. In 2019, she had twins. I don't know if they were does or bucks. 2021, with us, the first year kidding with us, she had quads. She had 3 does and 1 buck. That buck my friend has, and the 3 does are Snickerdoodle, Spritz, and Ruby's doe, Blanche. So that was the year that we had coccidia really bad, and Snickerdoodle and Spritz are not big enough to be bred. I was keeping them, holding out, hoping that they would be able to be bred, because they were bred to our Buck Thunder, or she was bred to our Buck Thunder for them. And Blanche is an amazing doe, and so I was hoping to be able to breed Blanche's sisters, and they were just, I think they were stunted too much. I don't think that they'll grow big enough to be bred, unfortunately, so I think they'll be just sold as pets. And then last year she had triplet bucklings. So hopefully she can have a few does this year bred to Obi, and we can keep a few more does out of her. But that is all that are due for the end of January and through February. I think I'll do another video for due in March. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 does due in March, and then 1, 2, 6, 7, 10, like 10 does due in April, and then I think like 3 due in May, so I think we'll do those in a separate video. Well, that's it, guys. Have a good day. See you on the next one.